A little echo is there.
All good?
I think
I can't hear you. Maybe the speaker will close.
I think your original sound is on.
Yes, original sound is on.
Now on.
Now it is on.
We need to on.
Should be off or should be on?
Only during singing, if you can on, it's fine.
Sure.
But while during lecture, it should be off.
And if Mataji is singing, that voice will be captured too through the mic. Yes. Okay.
No.
Yes. Okay.
Prabhu, if Mataji is going to sing.
Subhash Prabhu, are you able to hear him?
Are you able to hear me clearly?
Very clearly.
Very clear. Okay.
So
Prabhu, can you face this laptop towards Mataji while she is singing?
Sorry, come again.
So can
you face this laptop?
This other laptop.
You want the other laptop or the phone?
Haridās Prabhu's laptop, because I need to catch the sound.
Connected. It will be difficult. Real.
Can have that side.
Yes. Perfect. Now you are able to see, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to sing Jai Radha Madhava.
Jai Radha Madhava.
So, two couples here, two couples here. You need to adjust. Back and
Okay, fine. So
yeah, you need one more last one.
will do it one.
No. Small one is for the large, yeah. Yeah, you can take that one. And the small one you can use for the large. Okay, then that you use it here.
Jaya
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Vidhivara Dadi Jaya Vidhivara Dhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Tira Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Radha Krishna Swarupa Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Deva Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Radha Krishna Swarupa Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Deva Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Radha Krishna Swarupa Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Deva Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Radha Krishna Swarupa Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Jaya Jaya Bhāgavata Jaya Gaura Nitāi Jaya Gaura Nitāi Gaura Nitāi Jaya Gaura Nitāi Jaya Gaura Nitāi Gaura Nitāi Gaura Nitāi Jaya Gaura Nitāi Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadramani Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadrama Jaya Sudarshana Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me
Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan.
Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan
Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan.
Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan
Jaya Lakshmi Varaha, Jaya Sudarshana, Jaya Lakshmi Varaha, Jaya Sudarshana.
Jaya Lakshmi Varaha Jaya Sudarshana Lakshmi Varaha Jaya Sudarshana
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Can you write? Shama Vrajapati.
Hare Krishna.
Just tell him that I need a charger for this. The battery is very low. ಅದು ವೈಷ್ಣವಿ 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 ಒಬ್ಬ ಕರ್ತ ಅದು பண்ணி நான் அப்புறம் சொல்கிறேன்.
Yeah? Because you were singing, I didn't. It's here, I kept ready everything. I don't want to disturb you.
So we will start now. We'll start. Or we wait for some more devotees to come. 5 minutes we'll do Mehta.
Yeah, yes. 5 minutes. Okay,
Yes.
you need to shift the camera.
Yeah.
So you finish one.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we will start.
We're
just waiting for devotees to settle down.
So on behalf of your individual lecturers,
I think probably we can start.
First and foremost, thank you for coming all the 7 days for Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Today is the finale. Today is the final day of this Saptāh. It is generally said that it is Nityam Bhāgavata Sevaya. So Nityam Bhāgavata Sevaya means that always we should be engaged in glorifying the Lord through Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And hence it is very important that we have constant association with Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So we are just finishing the Saptāh here but the books are always with you. So the Saptāh, every second, every day, every hour, we should read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So let us start the final day of the Saptāh with the invocation prayers. We have been always praying to their lordships, Shri Shri Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. We have been praying to Shri Shri Gaur Nitai. We have been praying to Laddu Gopal, Shri Lakshmi Varaha, Sudarshan, Shaligram, and Giriraj. And we pray that let him bless us in a way that we can hear Śrīmad Bhāgavatam very attentively and complete our Saptāh. So let us offer our humble prayers and invocation to Srila Prabhupada, to the Acharyas, to the entire Gaudiya Parampara, and of course through that to all Vaishnava Paramparas. There are many, many millions of commentaries of Bhagavatam, and through all these Vaishnava Paramparas, we are trying to learn Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, trying to understand Krishna. So let us offer our obeisances to the entire Guru Parampara. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadaki Saravalantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu vaevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mudam karoti vācālam pampum langāyate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dīnatarinam Paramanandamādhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hari Om Tat Sat. Let us chant the invocation verses of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadasya yatomvayaditarata Chateshvavikyaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Muhyanti Yatsuraya तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मं प्रोजितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सरा वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदम् तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते निर्वापनैरीश्वरा सद्यो हृदि अवरुध्यत्रेऽतिकृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणा निगमकल्पतरोर्कलितं फलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रव्यसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि बाहुकः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये वासुदेव परावेदा वासुदेव परामला वासुदेव परायुगा वासुदेव पराक्रिया वासुदेव परं ज्ञानम् वासुदेव परं तपः वासुदेव परो धर्मो वासुदेव परा गतिः वासुदेव परा गतिः वासुदेव परा गतिः आराध्यो भगवान् प्रदेशतनयस्तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या कश्चित् उपासना व्रजवधूवर्गवीर्या कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतम् अमलं पुराणं प्रेमापुमर्तो महा श्रीचैतन्य महाप्रभो नतमिदं तत्रादरनामफलः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we welcome each and every one to this August gathering of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Final day, the conclusion of the Saptāh. Quickly we will see the recap of day number 6, which was yesterday. We started with the appearance of Kṛṣṇa, Nanda Ghera Ananda Bayo, how Nanda Maharaj celebrated the arrival of Kṛṣṇa. We saw in detail the complaint of the gopis. Each and every one of them had their complaints of how Kṛṣṇa is stealing butter, how Kṛṣṇa is creating a lot of havoc, but mischievous, naughty Kṛṣṇa, who goes and steals butter and steals everyone's hearts. तो भगवान इस प्रकार से चोरी करते हैं कि वे हमारे हृदय को भी हर लेते हैं. So we saw how then Kamsa sent various types of asuras. The first one was Putana. How her name came as Putana, we saw that. What was her evil intention? How Kṛṣṇa closed his eyes and closed her chapter. We also saw how Kṛṣṇa killed Shakatasura. We saw from astrology as well how our acharyas explain very nicely the Rohini Shakata Vedanam. Then Krishna began to crawl. And when we began to crawl, we saw how he was pulling the tails of the calves, how he was fighting with the bulls, how he was fighting and playing with the snakes, how he was fighting with swords, sometimes in water, sometimes with fire. In this way, we saw various pastimes for which he is preparing. Then, the most beautiful, wonderful Leela of Damodar Leela, where Yashoda Maya bound Krishna, and the deliverance of Yamalarjuna trees, Manigriva and Nalakovara. We also briefly saw the various other demons who were brought down, Ariktasur, Adhasur, and their deliverances, etc. Finally, we finished with the beautiful recitation of Utukad Venkata, which was of Kaliya Mardana Tillana. That means of Kaliya, how Krishna vanquished the pride of Kaliya. So today, where we left, we will start. But today the gear will be even higher. Because we have just scraped the Balya Leelas of Krishna and we have to reach up to Dwarka. So this express, this Dwarka Express, Vrindavan Mathura Dwarka Express will start. All you have to do is fasten your seat belts and start the ride along with us in Krishna's pastimes. But where does our heart start? हमारा हृदय का उद्भव स्थान कहाँ पे है? Let us all go to the banks of Ganges, where the Dhruva grass has been laid out. It is pointing west. And who is sitting on that? Parikshit Maharaj is sitting on that, facing Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami is speaking all of these pastimes, and Parikshit Maharaj is saying, don't stop. Please continue. The seventh day is approaching, and my life is supposed to end. So I want to hear more and more pastimes of Krishna. So we saw the pastime of Krishna swallowing forest fire very briefly, where we spoke about once there was a big fire and all the Gopas, they told Krishna that we cannot manage this fire. Krishna said, don't worry, just close your eyes. And when everybody closed their eyes, what did Krishna do? He just sucked the air. And with that, he swallowed the entire forest fire. Now, there is a beautiful sampradaya called as the Vallabhacharya's sampradaya. And their acharyas give a very wonderful commentary why the Lord drank or ate fire. How many of us can eat fire? Nobody of us. In fact, if a food article, जो खाने का पदार्थ है, अगर वो अत्यधिक गर्म हो और जीवा के पास आ जाए और हमारा जीव जो है वो अगर जल जाए, उसके बाद 56 भोग भी रखो तो फिर उसका आस्वादन नहीं आता, क्योंकि जले हुए जीव से कुछ आस्वादन नहीं हो सकता. So if a tongue is burnt, then you cannot really relish the foodstuffs. This is about a hot food article which is being kept in front of you. What to speak of fire itself? So Krishna drank fire, and the Vallabha Acharya Sampradaya devotees say Krishna did this because he wanted to give some competition to Lord Shiva. When Lord Shiva and Krishna meets, Lord Shiva said, I drank poison. He said, I drank fire. He said, very good. Takkar hai. Samne ka takkar bahut acha hai. It's a very rustic way of saying how Vallabhacharya Sampradaya enjoys. The other reason Vallabhacharya Sampradaya says before this, yesterday was which Leela? Kaliya Leela. And in Kaliya, the waters were full of poison. And Krishna was in the water for many, many hours. Frigid, cold waters. If you have been to Vrindavan, and if you have been to Vrindavan, and during Kartik, during winter, and if you have ever done the Chaurasi Kos Braj Parikrama, that means for 30 days they go on foot to each and every place of Vrindavan. And wherever they finish their walk, they will stay there. I had done a couple of years back. Very beautiful. It is a transformation experience. But the most difficult is in the morning to take bath. So you will be sleeping in tents and ठंडी हवाएं यमुना की चल रही होंगी. And the organizers will get a tank full of water for tomorrow morning's Mangalarti bathing. You have two choices. Either you can go to Yamuna and take a bath, जिसको छूने के लिए भी लोग डरेंगे उतनी ठंडी में, or you can take the water from this tanker which will be parked. We all planned that tomorrow morning we will take bath from the tanker water. We can't go to Yamuna. So cold. Hardly we knew that this tanker was made of iron. Of course, the tin can. और देर रात को उसने आकर रात के 10 बजे ही वो टैंकर लगा दिया था. पूरी रात उस पर ठंडी हवा चली. That tanker was getting colder as if it was a freezer. Early morning, people started taking their buckets and mugs and gamchas and they ran towards the tanker. Me first, me first. Some devotees felt, oh no, we missed it. We are the 5th or 6th in the line. We have to now wait. We have to watch the other person take bath and then we have to take bath. As soon as the first person opened the water was so cold like freezer. He said, you first, you first. He said, not me, not me. So the water was there, bathing had to happen, but nobody was ready to take bath. It was as cold. And then everybody started searching for hand pumps. Have you seen hand pumps? Nowadays it's not even seen. But if you go to village, it used to be called as Lal Bahadur. Sir, that is our Prime Minister. He was the one who introduced this in every village so that everybody has good irrigation. It used to be red in color also. So everybody went there and started pressing the pump. Kaching, kaching, kaching. You know how it sounds. Some of them sound as if a donkey is passing by. Why? Why are they searching for this hand pump? Because Mother Earth is so wonderful. She knows that devotees have to take bath. In the morning, the Mother Earth's water will be very warm. This only those people will know, those who don't have geyser at home. Nowadays, we just switch it on. Warm water always. No, but Mother Earth will produce warm water. But only up to 6 o'clock. If you wake up for Mangalarti after 6, she will give cold water. बोला अरे मंगलारती के लिए नहीं उठा. So they used to pump this water and they were searching for these water pumps. Half of the water pumps were defunct. That means they were never working. And we were just trying to get some water because we can't go to the tank water. We were just trying to get the water out. The water was not coming, only dry air was coming. We thought Kalia is still hissing inside the water pump. Then one Brajwasi came and he said, Are kachu ka karat bhai? He said, it is very easy. So क्या? एक ग्लास पानी लो. बोला पहले पानी आए तो सही. बोला एक ग्लास पानी लो और उसके अंदर डालो. बोला किसके अंदर? बोला वो लाल बहादुर के अंदर. और एक ग्लास में पानी लिया. We put it under the hand pump. बोला अब पंप करो. फिर हम पंप किए. खचिंग खचिंग फिर आया पानी. फुस 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 फुस. बोला ये कौन सा चमत्कार है? आप प्लम्बर थे बाबा. बोला नहीं, रोज हरिनाम भी यही काम करता है. Chanting also does the same thing. First you take and put little holy name inside your heart and start pumping it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. उधर भी सिंचाई हो रही है, यहाँ पे भी सिंचाई हो रही है. And all the dirt which is there in the hand pump will come out and what you will get is clean water, pure love of Godhead. So your waters of Yamuna are very cold. Krishna was battling in that water. And he became so cold and he was shivering by the time Kalia had been subdued. And Nagapatnis came and gave various different prayers and said, Hamare pati ko chhod do, kabhi kabhi aisa karya karte hain. And what did Krishna do? He said, Kalia, now you cannot stay in Vrindavan. You have to go away. He said, where should I go? He said, you go to Fiji Islands. Anybody knows where is Fiji Islands? Go in the atlas and see today. It is even further east of New Zealand. It's a small island. Small island. It is called as Ramaniya Deep. Krishna said, you go there. So ISKCON devotees have made a very wonderful temple of Kaliya Mardhan there. Lot of snakes are found in that deep because Kaliya and his Vamshat is staying there in Fiji Islands. Srila Prabhupada writes. So in this way, he was so feeling cold that he was shivering, and he immediately jumped from on top of Kaliya and he landed on a stone. That stone, he was standing and he wanted now heat. When you are shivering, what do? You put on the heater, right? So where is the heater in Vrindavan? Krishna looked at the sun. The sun was giving full power so that he can drive away his cold. But this chillness was so much that one sun was not enough. That one sun expanded to 12 other suns. Dwadash Aditya. Even today, if you go to Madan Mohan temple in Sri Vrindavan Dham and you take a parikrama, you will find a small stone which is called as Dwadash Aditya Tila. उस टीले के ऊपर भगवान साक्षात खड़े हुए थे और कांप रहे थे और द्वादश आदित्य एक साथ उनको सूरज का ताप दे रहा था जिससे वे पूरी तरह से उस जो ठंड है उससे छुटकारा पाए. So this is how Kaliya Mardhan Leela ended. Then we go towards another beautiful Leela which is called as the Govardhan Leela. And today we have Giriraj also here just to hear the Leela and also give you the benefit of circumambulating Govardhan at the end of the Saptāh. So Govardhan is very, very special. He is not different from Krishna. So a brief story of how Govardhan came to Vrindavan. So there was a sage. He used to live in Kashi. And in Kashi, there was not many mountains. So he wanted a big mountain and a cave where he can do bhajan. So he went to the father of Govardhan and he said, can you please give me your son? Now these were all mountains. And the son Govardhan, he was very attached to his son. He said, but he is very attached to me. He said, no, you give, there will be all auspiciousness to Govardhan. He said, okay. But Govardhan always wanted to serve Krishna. So he said, I will come along with you, but if you keep me down, I will not move an inch. So the sage started carrying the mountain all the way from Govardhan's residence, which was somewhere in a different world altogether, and he started coming towards Kashi. In between came Mathura Vrindavan, and Govardhan saw, this is the place I have to be. Because Krishna will come and lift Govardhan. So he became himself so heavy that the person kept the Govardhan down. And he went for a nature's call. And when he came back, when he tried to lift Govardhan, Govardhan said, I am not going to move from here. Because this was Vrindavan. And the sage gave a curse that as the Kali Yuga progresses, every day you will reduce the size and length and height of Govardhan by one sesame seed. एक तिल जितना है उतना आपका height कम होते होते जाएगा. The height of Govardhan was so high that it used to touch almost the beyond the material sky. So much so that the sun god who used to run on the chariot, उनके घोड़ों के लिए अगर घास चाहिए तो he used to rest on top of Govardhan and give grass to the horses of Surya Dev's Ratha. This was Govardhan. It was so beautiful to look at Govardhan. It had all the different things that are required. The gopis used to love Govardhan. They used to use Govardhan to cross from one place to another. It was so easy. Govardhan had different caves, different beautiful emeralds, rubies. It had trees, it had fruits, it has flowers. And it was so wonderful that Govardhan served Krishna in many ways. When we are doing the worship of Shaligram Shila, we say something called as Shodashka Upachar. 16 different ways we worship the Shaligram Shila. We give Argya, Padyam, Ityadi. That we first welcome the Lord, we wash his feet, then we give Achaman, then we give Madhuparka. Like this, there are various Pancharatrika Vidhis of Shodashaka Upachar. But Govardhan is the only one who serves Krishna in 24 different ways. Nobody else can offer such a service to Krishna. So he is one of the best servants of Hari. Krishna's best servants are very few in number. One of them is Yudhishthir Maharaj. Yudhishthir Maharaj has served Krishna very nicely in Rajasuya Yajna. So he is called as Haridāsa. And another is also Narad Muni, who also serves Krishna very well. He is an expert servant. But there is one servant of Krishna who is very, very expert in serving Krishna. And he is called as Haridās Varya. Not me, Govardhan. So one of the gopis, who is none other than Srimati Radharani, she actually looked at Govardhan. And she looked at Govardhan and she said, what a wonderful mountain it is. And this is where she gave the words Haridās Varya. So let's just read this particular shloka. It's a very famous shloka that Govardhan is not different from Haridās Varya. Hanta Yamadira Bala Haridās Varyo. Hanta Yamadira Bala Haridās Varyo. Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramoda. Manam Tanodi Sahago Ganayostayorya. Vani Yasuyavasha Kandara Kandamulai. Hantai Madrir Abala Haridāsa Varyo. Who is saying this? Srimati Radharani. Her name is not given. In entire Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there is only an indirect reference of Srimati Radharani. Prabhuji, why that is so? Shukdev Goswami is actually the parrot sitting in Radharani's hand and no name of Radha is given. Because the minute he will remember Srimati Radharani, he will go in ecstasy and he cannot finish Bhagavata. So in this way, Srimati Radharani, one of the gopis, so he doesn't use the word, he says one of the principal gopis, she said, Antaya Adrir Abala Haridāsa Varyo. She said that, oh my friends, this hill is known as Haridāsa Varya, the superior amongst the devotees who serve Krishna the best. Varya means superior. And Haridāsa Varya means one who is the most superior amongst the best servants of Krishna. And why? Because he gives 24 different items. What all does he give? If you go to his waterfalls, he will give fresh water. But right next to the fresh water, there will be trees of camphor and there will be trees of spices. Those trees, when they shake, they will put the spices and you get spiced water. In your Achaman cup, you put elaichi, you put lavang. This is naturally available in Govardhan. And when you look at the Govardhan's shilas, that means the Govardhan's rocks, they give asan for Krishna, Gopas, cows, everybody to sit. What to speak about the grass? The fresh grass comes from Govardhan. The cows eat with lot of relish the grass of Govardhan. Fragrant breezes are flowing in Govardhan. When the wind flows, then the pollen and the flowers which are there in abundance, they carry the fragrance. It gives gandha to Krishna. The peacocks, they looking at Govardhan, they dance and they give chamara to Krishna. What about Deepa? In the moonlight, all these stones starts twinkling like emeralds, rubies. So Govardhan is so beautiful. She says, most beautiful of Govardhan is Krishna and Rama's footprints. That is, Balaram and Krishna's footprints are on Govardhan. So we will love to have Govardhan. So in this way, she says, they are resplendent with fruits, flowers, कंद मूले, ये सारी चीजें गोवर्धन में उपलब्ध हैं और उसके सबसे ज्यादा तो बलराम और कृष्ण के पद चिन्ह भी वहां पर हैं। तो इसीलिए इसको क्या कहते हैं? हरिदास वर्य। उस गोवर्धन की लीला जब घड़ी आगे आई, एक दिन जो नंद बाबा थे वो हर साल इंद्र की पूजा करते थे। Now Indra's worship was done so that there could be sufficient rainfalls. And they arranged everything, sweets, just after the Damodar Leela, the next day the Govardhan Leela happens. So you remember Mother Yashoda was churning butter and she was keeping the milk in the pot for Damodar Leela. That milk was kept in the pot for sweets to be made for Govardhan Leela and Deepavali festivals. They used to make like this sweets and they used to keep it. Like this they used to have. But the next day was Deepavali, so she had made those sweets. Similarly, one day before itself, they started making all these preparations. We all know. Just to feed you at the end, the preparations have to start the night before. If you don't know, meet Anupama Mataji and ask. When we see the menu, we are very happy. But that menu starts, preparation starts long back. So similarly, all the Brajvasis, they made all these sweets and they came for Indra Puja. And Krishna said, when I am here, why to do some Devatas Puja? Krishna said, this is not right. We should actually worship Govardhan. Why Govardhan? Because Govardhan gives us everything. We are simple milkmen. हम वैश्य हैं. हम दूध बेचते हैं, दही बेचते हैं, और दूध और दही कहां से आता है? गाय से। और गाय कौन से घास खाता है? गोवर्धन का घास खाता है। तो गोवर्धन के द्वारा हमें सब कुछ मिला है, तो गोवर्धन की पूजा होनी चाहिए। पर उन्होंने कहा, पर इंद्र कुपित हो जाएंगे। बोला कोई कुपित नहीं होंगे, देखो आप यही वर्शिप करो। बोला ठीक है, कल आके सारी सामग्री इस्तेमाल करके करेंगे। बोला कुछ जरूरत नहीं है, जो इंद्र के लिए सामग्री लाए हैं वही सब चीज आप गोवर्धन को दे दो। बोला यही चलेगा? बोला हाँ, अलग सा मेनू नहीं चाहिए, ये जो लेकर आए हैं सामग्री इसी से काम चला लेंगे। बोला अच्छा ठीक है। बोला कृष्ण बताओ क्या करना है? तो बोला बच्चों और बड़ों के साथ जो है आप गोवर्धन को भोग चढ़ाइए। ये सारे जितने भी भोग बनाए हैं वो सब गोवर्धन को चढ़ाइए। प्लीज गिव द भोगास टू गोवर्धन। And Krishna, what did he do? He himself expanded as Govardhan and he appeared in front of the Brajvasis. And Krishna said, आज तक इंद्र आया है क्या लेने के लिए? कुछ आज देखो, आप जिस प्रकार से आपने मंत्र पढ़े, यहाँ पर कौन प्रकट हो गए? साक्षात गोवर्धन प्रकट हो गए। The Brajvasis were very happy to see this. And they said, okay, now what do we do? बोला खिलाओ उनको भोग, मालपुआ, रसगुल्ला, चावल, भात, दाल, all these things were eaten. This is not the menu today, but just letting you know. बताना पड़ता है मुझे, वो सब बोल। So all the things started going inside Govardhan's mouth. And Govardhan was not satisfied. He said, Aniyor, bring me more. Aniyor. They cooked more and they gave. They cooked more and they gave. Even today, when you go around Govardhan, there is a village called as Aniyor. दूध, मट्ठा, छाछ, लस्सी जो भी मिले सब कुछ उन्होंने गोवर्धन को अर्पण किया। गोवर्धन खाते गए खाते गए। ब्रज बाबा बोले कि कृष्णा तुम्हारे देव तो बहुत भूखे हैं, खत्म ही नहीं कर रहे हैं। तो कृष्णा ने बोला नहीं नहीं, इसका उपाय मेरे पास है। अब थे ही वो, कृष्णा himself was as Govardhan. So what did he do? He took a tulsi and he said, "Yellow, Aniyor, one tulsi." Ah, Govardhan said, "Full, full, santushti, 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 santusht ho gaye, santusht ho gaye." And now he requested all of them to do circumambulation of Govardhan. First the children, then the women, And then the Brahmanas, they were all singing, dancing. And they were doing circumambulation of Govardhan. This news reached Indra. And they said, nobody has worshipped Indra. Indra sent the Samvartaka clouds. The clouds started raining down in Govardhan. And whole of Braja was getting submerged. And everybody said, Trahi, Trahi, Kṛṣṇa, help us. Kṛṣṇa said, don't worry. I will bring a natural umbrella. He just lifted Govardhan in his left hand, left little finger, not even finger, the nail tip of the little finger. For 7 days and 7 nights, people were under Govardhan. The gopis were very happy because unrestricted access of Krishna. पहले तो परमिशन पूछना पड़ता था कि जाऊं, बोलूं, और कृष्ण वहां पे मुरली बजा देते। कैसे मुरली बजा रहे हैं? ऊपर गोवर्धन उठा रहे हैं और यहाँ पर मुरली बजा रहे हैं। हमारे हाथ में 2 किलो दे दो और बोलो कि 2 मिनट लेके खड़े रहो और यहाँ पे यंत्र वादन करो तो हम खुद गाने लगते हैं, बोले वही लेके चलो। बट यहाँ पे कृष्ण स्वयं गोवर्धन गिरिधारी, जय राधा गिरिवरधारी, श्री नंदन वृषभानुदुलारी। जय राधा गिरिवरधारी, श्रीमती राधा रानी भी वहां पर थी, और गिरिवरधारी, उनका नाम पड़ा गिरिवरधारी, क्योंकि गिरिवर को उन्होंने उठा लिया। And Radha and Krishna were seeing each other very wonderfully, very beautifully, eye to eye. And all the Braj Gopas, they were thinking that this Govardhan will fall at any point of time, because they never knew that Krishna had so much strength. Bechara, 7 years old, and he is lifting Govardhan. तो वो सब अपनी लकुटी लेके आए, अपनी लाठी लेके आए, और उन्होंने लाठी रखी. Just like how the construction happens, and they said, "We will support you, Krishna. We will support you." Krishna just moved the mountain a little bit, सारी लकुटी टूट गई. बोला क्या बचाओगे? बोला नहीं नहीं नहीं, वापस हम बनाएंगे. So they were doing lakuti, and they again kept the strings. Krishna said, "It's okay, they are all trying to help me. Let them help." And he was looking like this, and he saw Srimati Radharani. Radharani raised her eyebrow. Krishna started shivering, and again all the lakuti broke. Then they said, "Krishna, lift it properly." Okay. And then he thought, I hope nobody saw Radharani looking at me. And then he saw Balram was looking. मैं सब देख रहा हूँ, क्या चल रहा है इधर, सब कुछ मेरे नजर में आ रहा है. So actually what happened, a very, very Rasik pastime. This time when I went to Kartik, one of the Brajvasis told me. This is very beautiful. And Brajvasis have millions and millions of kathas on Govardhan. So the Brajvasis, they told me that one day before this Govardhan Leela, Krishna had gone to another gopi. Her name is Chandravali. And Radharani does not like the other camp. That Krishna is exclusive to her. But Krishna is not like that. He'll go here also, he'll go there also. Wherever there is love, he'll go. So when he was coming back, Govardhan caught his leg. He said, "Kahan ja rahe ho? Radharani gave me the name Haridās Varya. I am very loyal servant to her. But now I have caught you. You went to Chandravali's camp and you are coming." He said, "Arre, chhod do. Kal dekha jayega." But what happened? The kumkum of Chandravali was on Krishna's lotus feet, and those kumkum marks were on top of Govardhan. And next day, if Radharani comes and sees Krishna's lotus print and not my kumkum, because her brand was different. She took it from different Loi Bazaar. So my brand is different, this is different. Krishna, where have you been? Then Krishna cannot meet time. So then, when Krishna lifted Govardhan and Radharani came, Krishna remembered, oh my God, all the footprints of mine with Chandravali's kumkum is there above. What should I do? In fact, the Brajvasi say कि ये सब ढोंग था. इंद्र कोई कुपित नहीं हुए. इंद्र को बोला, please do the whitewashing and washing of Govardhan so that those footprints are not there. तो हमको लगा कि इंद्र कुपित हो गए, प्रभु जी ऐसी तो हमने पढ़ा है। हाँ, बट देयर इज एन अनदर लीला। कृष्णा कॉल्ड इंद्र एंड सेड, सारे पानी भेजो और पूरी तरह से साफ करो। ठीक है, इंद्रा सेंट द होल संवर्तका क्लाउड्स एंड ही स्टार्टेड क्लीनिंग दोस फुटप्रिंट्स। अब क्या हुआ कि झरना बनकर वो फुटप्रिंट और वो कुमकुम का पानी नीचे गिरने लगा, लाल लाल पानी गिरने लगा, और राधा रानी की तरफ वो कुमकुम का पानी आने लगा। तो कृष्णा सोचे ये तो बात और बिगड़ गया। I wanted this water to be evaporated. It called Sudarshan, come. And Sudarshan came and started running around Govardhan to just evaporate the water before it reaches Radharani. So this is one of the Brajvasi's version of Govardhan. Another Brajvasi told me, actually Krishna did not lift Govardhan like this. How do you see? How you see? Krishna has lifted Govardhan. The flat surface is on Krishna's little finger. बोला ऐसा नहीं उठाया होगा। बोला फिर कैसे पर्वत उठाया? बोला उल्टा उठाया। हम बोला what are you saying? The conical part was on top of Krishna's nail. बोला ये कैसे? और भी डिफिकल्ट है संभालना। अगर बेस बड़ा हो तो आप संभाल सकते हैं, अगर उल्टा हो तो और मुश्किल है संभालना। So how? He said, why he would lift like that? No, no, he lifted. He said, no, no, you don't know. Krishna is also called as Gopal. All the cows were under Govardhan for 7 days, 7 nights. How will they eat grass when the grass is above? So he made it ulta so that the grass will come from top and all the cows will eat like this. Bolo Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki. This is how much he loves cows. So Govardhan has many, many pastimes. In this way, he lifted Govardhan and gave protection to all of them. Indra got very afraid. Indra got very afraid. And afterwards he came. And he came from with Kamadhenu, the cow, because he protected the cows. So he thought Krishna will not affect me. And through Kamadhenu, catching the tail of Kamadhenu, hiding behind Kamadhenu, he came. And he did the full Abhishek with Kamadhenu's milk and asked for forgiveness. This is called as the Govinda Pattabhishek. And from that day he was known as Govinda. So Krishna's name Govinda came from Indra. So this beautiful pastime of Govardhana, Giridhari, was also mentioned. Krishna used to play his Venu in very beautiful ways. Whenever he used to play the Venu, everybody used to get attracted. And this was the time for the Rasa dance. So Krishna used to play the Venu in such beautiful ways that all the gopis who were there in Vrindavan, they used to forget themselves. It is said, Sukadeva Goswami was saying, one of the gopis was wearing sari and she forgot her blouse. Another gopi was wearing one side earrings, and when she heard the beautiful Venu of Krishna, she forgot the other earring. One was putting lipstick, half lip she put the lipstick, half she forgot. The other one wore one slipper, other slipper she forgot. They were completely enchanted by Krishna, and Krishna called all of them in the middle of the night. And when they all assembled, they all wanted to get association of Krishna. So generally this Rasa dance pastime is considered the very heart of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And one is not supposed to approach this Rasa dance, this Rasa Panchadhyayi, unless and until one is completely free from lust. This is not the modern materialistic love of a lover calling somebody at the middle of night. Many people put this blame on Krishna. He danced with all the gopis in the middle of night. But that is why he lifted Govardhan in the previous chapter, to show that he is not an ordinary soul. So if we try to imitate the Rasa dance, first we should try to imitate Govardhan. If we cannot, we should understand this is only can be done by Krishna. So every chapter in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam has got its own reasoning why it is placed so. So he called all the gopis in the dead of the night and he gave a nice pravachan like this. Everybody was sitting and said, Krishna, we have come to completely dance with you, enjoy with you, be with you, and take your association. He said, look, it is very bad. You have left your family members and you have come at the dead of the night. You have to do services to your family members. Please go back. Please go back. And when they heard this, they felt so bad. Out of shame, they dropped down their heads. But they gave very good replies. They said, service ka kya karenge? Because we are only serving those people in whose heart you are staying constantly. So indirectly, we are serving you only. And where would we go? Even if we go anywhere else, we would see you only everywhere. So Krishna, we have come directly to you. So for each rebuking of Krishna, not rebuking, each statement of Krishna, they gave a rebuttal. They gave a reply. And that pleased Krishna very much. And said, Krishna, how can you speak like this? We came leaving everything. सबको छोड़कर हम आए आपके पास. आप ऐसे कैसे बोल सकते हो? And Krishna said, I was testing you. I wanted to see how much you wanted my association. And Krishna very nicely expanded himself and danced with the gopis in the rasa dance. Every gopi, her internal satisfaction was completely achieved. They were yearning for Krishna's association. But now Krishna was dancing with each one of the gopis. Srimati Radharani was right in the center, and all the other gopis were dancing in and around. Even great devatas, they wanted to take and be a part of this rasa dance, but there was no chance. Even Lord Shiva wanted to take part in the rasa dance, but he was stopped at the gates and he said, look, no male members are allowed except only one male, which is Krishna. So Lord Shiva Bholenath said, okay, I am ready to become a female. Where is the gopi skirt? Bola Lohi Bazaar. Where? Gangotri. He said, Gangotri is on my head. He said, very good. Buy it from there. So if you go to Vrindavan, you should go to this place called as Gopeshwar Mahadev, where Maheshwar, that means Lord Shiva, has dressed as a gopi. Hence he is called as Gopeshwar. In fact, anybody who is going to Vrindavan, there is a certain way of entering Vrindavan. When we reach Krura's prayers, we'll talk about it. But once you reach to Vrindavan, the first thing you should do is to circumambulate Vrindavan, that means the Brajvasis, and then see Yamuna river. Take permission from Yamuna river. Take permission from the Brajvasis. Take permission from Gopeshwar Mahadev, that please let me enter the dham. So in this way, Krishna danced very beautifully with all the gopis, and the gopis for a split second they were thinking within themselves, और किसको ये भाग्य मिला होगा जिस प्रकार से हम कृष्ण के साथ नाच रहे हैं. For a split second they thought, not out of pride, but they were so happy. They thought that I am so fortunate that I am dancing with Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At that time, Krishna disappeared. Because when the pride comes in our heart, then we cannot achieve Krishna. This pride is very tricky. We always try to win over pride, but this pride is even trickier. Once there was a person who had gained victory over pride. He said, nothing will affect me, no flattery. Generally, when people flatter, जी आपने बहुत अच्छा लेक्चर दिया, अच्छा क्या सुना आपने? हाँ पता नहीं, बच्चा अच्छा दिया. So you know what is the topic. So flattery generally increases our pride. So this gentleman had won over all flattery. When somebody gives flattery, मतलब अच्छा अच्छी बातें करें और आपका गर्व बढ़ा देते हैं. So he said, I will never be going down to flattery. So his friend, he came up with an idea. He said, you are such a great person, you don't fall for flattery. He said, yes. वही गर्व आ गया. आप में गर्व ही नहीं है, हाँ उसका ही हम गर्व कर ले रहे हैं. So the pride is very tricky. It is very, very deep in the heart. But the gopis just thought it for a second and he disappeared. And when he disappeared, they were all searching for him everywhere. And that is when they sang the beautiful Gopi Geet. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam Ramnaviditam kalmashavaham Shravanamangalam Śrīmadātatam Bhuvi grinanti ye Bhurida jana Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam Ramnaviditam kalmashavaham Shravanamangalam Śrīmadātatam Bhuvi grinanti ye Bhurida jana Bhuvi grinanti ye Bhurida jana Bhuvi grinanti ye Bhurida jana. Tava kathamritam. When they did not see Krishna anywhere, they said, Tava kathamritam, only your katha can help us. Kalmashapaham, this entire agony that Krishna, I am not able to see you. आपके सामने मैं विराजमान नहीं हूं और कृष्ण तुम मुझे दर्शन भी नहीं दे रहे हो. ये जो कर्मश है, ये जो मटेरियल वर्ल्ड और दिस विरह जो है, वो एक ही चीज सॉल्व कर सकता है. What is that? तव कथामृतम, आपकी कथाएं, which we are doing for the last 7 days, sitting and hearing Krishna's stories, Krishna's pastimes. And then they say, Shravana Mangalam. It is Mangala, it is so auspicious just to hear the stories of Krishna. Bhuri Dajana. We are so grateful to those devotees who have given us Bhagavatam, who have spoken to us about Bhagavatam. We are so grateful to Sukadeva Goswami. We are so grateful to Srila Prabhupada. We are so grateful to all these acharyas who have just given us this nectarian topic of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. If they have not given us, if acharyas have not written this commentary, how else will we hear? Bhuri Dajana, all glories to those devotees. Who is saying this? Gopis. Gopis are so great that they will do anything for Krishna. They are saying all glories to those devotees. All glories to those devotees who has given us Bhagavatam and who are making us listen Bhagavatam. Sukadeva Goswami ki, Vyasdev ki, Guru Parampara ki. So all glories to them. Bhuri Dajana. And then they give very lot of glorifications to Krishna. कि हम आपको देख नहीं पा रहे हैं कृष्णा, शायद आप परमात्मा. एंड आचार्य से ये ग्लोरिफिकेशन नहीं है. कृष्ण को परमात्मा कॉल करना ये ग्लोरिफिकेशन नहीं है, ये एक बहुत बड़ी गाली है. गोपियां कृष्ण को साक्षात सामने देखती थी. They used to see the Lord right in front. But now when he is not visible, they are calling him as Paramatma. How many of you see Paramatma every day? No, we cannot see. So they say, मेरे सामने दिखते नहीं हो, इसलिए तुम्हारा नाम आज से परमात्मा. But those who read them, oh, Paramatma call किया. No, gopis are giving galis. Antaratmadrik. Antaratmadrik. You can be only seen inside the hearts. You are not visible right in front of. And they are thinking about Krishna's lotus feet while they are watching Krishna's lotus feet footprints. How Krishna would you have walked with the softest of the lotus feet? When Mother Yashoda says, please take chappals. Wear chappals. Wear padukas. What he says, my cows don't have chappals. Why should I wear them? And he used to walk in those very forests where there were sharp thorns. There was dry grass which will cut your feet. And your feet is so soft, it cannot hold anything. How you have walked? Gopis are thinking about it when they are not seeing Krishna. So Gopi Geet is truly wonderful. And this is the very heart of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And in that rasa dance, when they see the footprints, they see that only one gopi's footprint is missing. And that shloka also Shukadeva Goswami says in indirect reference that that is none other than Srimati Radharani. So in this way, beautiful rasa dance also happens. And he ensures and completes the full satisfaction of all the gopis. So this is Krishna in Vrindavan. But very soon the time has come for Krishna to leave Vrindavan. In our Gaudiya Parampara, we often say, Ekam Padam na gacchati, Vrajendra Nandan. That means our Vraj, our Krishna, he actually never leaves Vrindavan. So he went to Mathura. So there, the 400 form of Krishna, the Vasudeva Krishna, he actually leaves Vrindavan. How do you know this, Prabhuji? Because Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and many other acharyas mention about this. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. He is always in Vrindavan. So in this way, Kamsa knew that he sent so many demons and all the demons were conquered. So now Kamsa sent Akrura. And Akrura was a great devotee of the Lord. And he came to Vrindavan to call Krishna for a Dvanda Yuddha, a wrestling match which Kamsa had organized in Mathura. And he came on the chariot. And how Akrura came to Vrindavan, that is how we should go to Vrindavan. He came and he saw that Krishna's lotus prints were everywhere. Krishna's footprints. And those footprints had marks of Shankha, Chakra, Gada. And beautiful footprints were there. And he heard the chirping of the bees, the birds. And he saw the beautiful fruits on the tree. And he started rolling on the ground. And he said, let this dust of Vrindavan be on my body. It is a saying in Braj. Braj mein ek kahavat hai. Mukti kahe Gopal se, meri mukti kaise hoye. The liberation personified asks Gopal, Krishna, that everybody is coming to Vrindavan and they are getting liberated. Mukti kahe Gopal se, meri mukti kaise hoye. Meri mukti kaise hogi? The liberation personified is saying, how will I get liberated? Braj raj mathe lage mukti ko mukti mil jaye. When the dust of Vrindavan touches the head of liberation personified, even liberation personified gets liberated. Bolo Vrindavan Dham ki jai. What is so special in that Braj Dham? What is that special in Braj Dham? Because it has the dust of lotus feet of Krishna's footprints. This is so wonderful. And this dust of lotus feet of Krishna, when Akrura saw, he said, let this dust be all over my body. And he started rolling down without thinking, I am a king's minister, I am so and so. Even today, when you go to Vrindavan, stop your car, get down out of your car. Don't think you are a chairman of a company. Don't think you are a director of a company. Don't think I have read so much Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. I am the greatest devotee, this, that. Don't talk about it. Just get down from the car and like Akrura, just keep rolling on the ground and acquiring all the dust. Your ego will be shattered. Your pride will be gone. And in this way, you will be completely capable of achieving Vrindavan Dham. Hare Krishna. So then Akrura came and invited Krishna. And all the gopis mentioned, all the gopis said, your name is very well kept. Your name is Akrura. That one who doesn't do any cruelty. Fire kar do us ladke ko jisne aapka naam rakha. Sari क्रूरता तो आप ही कर रहे हो. कृष्ण को हमसे दूर ले जा रहे हो. Then Akrura came, offered his prayers. He took Krishna and Balram in the chariot. The gopis were completely destroyed. And now Krishna started entering Mathura. Mathura में जैसी enter किए, all the women of Mathura, they have heard about Krishna. News has reached them. All of them started looking from their balconies. Who are these wonderful boys? And they are just village boys. And they saw a dhobi. And the dhobi was said कि तुम लोग कौन हो? बोले हम कृष्ण और बलराम हैं. बहुत अच्छे अच्छे कपड़े दिख रहे हैं. लाओ. बोला मैं कंस का धोबी हूँ. बोला बहुत बढ़िया. लाओ कपड़े. तो बोले तुमको नहीं जचेगा. बोला तुम ही यहाँ नहीं जचोगे. They killed the washerman and took the clothes. And they started wearing the clothes. And they started walking on the streets of Mathura. And all the Mathura-vasi women were completely enamored looking at Krishna and Balram. And then there was a lady who was known as Kubja. She had deformities on her body. In different scriptures, her name is given differently. Aneka Vakra or Trivikra are her names in other scriptures. She was carrying sandalwood paste. And Krishna said, give me sandalwood paste. I would like to apply it on my body and cool my body. Now she was a Kubja. She was a deformed woman. And hence she could not see Krishna's face. She only saw his lotus feet. But she is a very good devotee. She used to come to Mehta all the 7 days for the Saptāh. And she knew the description of Krishna's lotus feet. And she saw the 4 feet of Krishna and she said, this is Saksha Krishna. And she gave like this. She never looked up. She just gave the sandalwood. So she never looked down. She never looked up. Looking down at the lotus feet, she gave the sandalwood. So Krishna said, let me also do the same. He touched her feet with his feet and he caught her chin and he lifted her up. Entire deformity of Kubja went away. She became the Miss World, Miss Universe. This is giving small sandalwood for Krishna. Krishna loves it so much. Small services to Krishna makes him so happy. And then he walked ahead. Kamsa had arranged a very beautiful wrestling match. Chanur was there. Mushtik was there. Balram and Krishna fought with them very easily. Killed Chanura, Mushtika. Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam Devaki Parama Anandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. That Krishna killed Chanura and Mushtika. And he was walking in the arena and he was waiting for Kamsa himself to enter into the battle. Shrivat Sangam Mahorastam Malamala Virajitam Shank Chakradharam Devam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. He was having Srivatsa marks on his chest, but Kamsa could not understand. He just had a physical fight with Kamsa and he killed him then and there. And everybody was so happy. He reinstalled Ugrasen on the kingdom of Mathura. And he released Vasudeva and Devaki, paid obeisances to them. And he told Nand Maharaj, now I will like to stay in Mathura because my mother and father have not seen me for a long time. Nand Maharaj was completely broken. But he didn't know what to do, so he left back to Vrindavan. The gopis were expecting that Krishna will come back. When Krishna was going with Akrura, one boy came running and said, Krishna, don't go, don't go. Krishna just tapped on his shoulder and said, Arey, 3 din mein aunga. He never came back. So if you go to Vrindavan, if you go around Govardhan, there is a temple called as Puchri Lota Baba. Right at the border of Rajasthan, Jatipura and others, you have a temple called as Puchri Lota Baba. He has this big handlebar mustache and he's standing there with his lakuti, putting his chin on top of it and waiting for Krishna. 3 din mein kabhi aayenge, aaj bhi wait kar rahe hain. So everybody takes his darshan. He's still waiting, hoping Krishna said he will come in 3 days. And in this way, Krishna started living in Mathura. And after one day, because he thought that now Jarasandha, Kalnevan and many others will now attack Mathura and create a lot of havoc in Mathura. So then he bought a very big plot near Gujarat. What is that plot called as? Dwarka. Overnight, he transformed everybody. He took everybody from Mathura and kept them in Dwarka. In Mathura, they were wearing the sari like this, and in the next night, they saw they were wearing the sari like this. They were having nice parathas, aloo, this thing. Next day, they saw their entire cuisine was changed. Dokla, papada, indi. Overnight transformation. From where? From Uttar Pradesh to Dwarka. They thought only Ganges flows through Uttar Pradesh. Now they saw everywhere is sea. Sab jagah there was sea. Dwarka. Then Kṛṣṇa stayed there in Dwarka, and Jarasandha used to keep attacking Kṛṣṇa. And once this Jarasandha took the help of a Greek king. The Greeks were called as Yavanas. And hence one of the powerful Yavana was Kalevana. So look at the connection from Uttar Pradesh, they have connection to Greece. He also brought his battle and lot of his soldiers, and Jarasandha also brought of his soldiers. And Kṛṣṇa had defeated this Jarasandha 18 times, or many times, whatever times. And this time he came with 2 soldiers. बोला इस बार तो कृष्ण को हराऊंगा जो 18 बार हार चुका है या कितनी भी बार हार चुका है अब क्या जीतेगा कृष्णा ने बोला मैं पूरी तरह से थक गया हूं व्हाट यू से मैं पक गया हूं कितनी बार लड़ाई करेगा इससे बोला मैं जा रहा हूं फाइटिंग के बीच में छोड़ के भाग गए तो पीछे से जरासंध से अरे डरपोक रण छोड़ बोला he said yes good name I will keep this as my name रण छोड़कर जो भागे अरे क्यों भागे मगर रण छोड़ के रुक्मिणी जो वेटिंग कर रही थी रुक्मिणी wanted to get married to Krishna so he said let me leave this fight क्या जरासंध 18 बार लड़ लिया कुछ और भी पास टाइम होना चाहिए वो मेहता वालों को 7वां दिन बताना so he said let me run away so in Dakor today he gives darshan as Raja Ranachod Rai. If we run away from our exams, will our mother call the beautiful son who has run away from the exams? No. This is only Krishna. Only when Krishna does this pastime. This happens like this in Ramayana also. Just giving a tidbit of Lord Ramchandra. Why to leave him behind? When Ramchandra, with the help of Lakshman, cut off the nose of Shurpanaka. Shurpanaka Viraha Gita. It is a very nice poetry which is written. In that Viraha Gita, if you read, it is very wonderful that none of the verses will have the Nasika sound, the nasal sound. She has lost her nose. How can she say? So all the verses will never have the sounds which you use by the nasal cord. But the description she gives, Shurpanaka goes to Khara and Doshana and she says, Bhaiya, you know what happened? And you know how the serials are. Kya hua? So when generally somebody stops you in the middle of the road, says, come out, and gives you a nice tight slap, and you felt hurt, and you go to the police station, what will you say? That fellow who came in that Mercedes, he stopped his car and he got down and he hit me. He's a scoundrel. He should be punished. What did Shurpanaka say? That person who was so beautiful, so wonderful, just looking like a wow. He cut my nose. This is Shurpanaka's description. So Krishna's beauty is wonderful. And Krishna is so wonderful. Krishna said, I'm not going to fight. So whatever he does, even if he runs away from the battlefield, he is glorified. So Krishna ran away from the battlefield. And in fact, he goes, deliverance of Muchukunda, he kills Kalevan. He goes inside a cave and hides, and there is an old man sleeping. This Kalevan thinks that this is Krishna. He stamps on him. This man gets up. He is actually Muchukunda. He was fighting with the Asuras, Devas quite a lot, and he became tired. And he asked, what boon you want? He said, I want to sleep. A lot of people are asking for it. 7 days हो गया मुझे एक दिन सोना है 7 दिन क्या कर रहे थे उधर भी सो रहा था So 7 days, so he wanted to sleep. So Muchukunda wanted to sleep. And he said, anybody who wakes me up, I will burn them to ashes. So Kalivan thought that this is Krishna. And he stamped on him. Muchukunda woke up and he saw Kalivan Bhasma. Krishna is so cool. He doesn't need to pick up a weapon. He knows how to kill people with others. So in this way, Kalivan got completely delivered by Muchukunda, got punished. But now he got a letter. This letter came from where? Vidarbha. Where is Vidarbha? Nagpur, in Maharashtra. Anybody from Nagpur here? Why not? Nobody from Nagpur. You have been there. Yeah, everybody's been there. But anybody from Nagpur, Rukmani's place, it's called as Vaidharvi. She's called as Vidarbha. Actually, the pure Sanskrit is spoken in the Vidarbha region, even back in those days. So she actually wrote a very beautiful letter. And that letter is very, very famous amongst many devotees. And this is called as Rukmani's letter. What did Rukmani do? She wrote this in a way that Krishna will be completely attracted towards her. But an initial brief about Krishna and Rukmani's story to be given. So Rukmani, she used to hear a lot of stories about Krishna. She used to constantly hear. She never saw Krishna. Because a lot of people like Kathakas, they will do their Bhagavad Saptāh from Dwarka and they will come to Mathura and they will come to Vidarbha. And she used to sit on her balcony. She was the daughter of Bhishma and she had 5 brothers, all useless. But she was the only person who was devoted. She would hear about Krishna's glories. And she fell in love with Krishna. Like many of us, we are hearing Krishna's glories. And just by hearing Krishna, we fall in love with him, with his pastimes. So this Rukmani said, I have to somehow get Krishna. But one day before, what happened? This Bhishma and other Jarasandha and many others used to hang around in their club. They used to play chess. They had their own gymkhanas, let's say like that way. So at that time, he said, I am very worried. He said, Bhishma, why are you worried? My daughter has to get married. He said, don't worry, this boy is there, very nice boy. His name is Shishupal. He's Dhamagosha's son, Chedi Naresh. Shishupal is there. Oh, he said, wonderful. Very wonderful. He said, print the cards. Where is card printed? Mumbai printing, you can have very nicely. Maharashtra does nice printing cards. Nicely make the cards. D. Shishupal weds B. Rukmini. Bhishma Rukmini, Dhamagosha Shishupal. So D. Shishupal weds B. Rukmini. Cards were printed. Rukmini got to know later that my marriage has been arranged. And Rukmini did not want to marry Shishupal. So she called a Brahmana. A Brahmana was Bhojana Priya. He said, what happened? क्या चाहिए? बोला भोजन. बोला भोजन तो मिल जाएगा मगर ये लेटर पहुंचाना है. बोला कहाँ पहुंचाना है? द्वारका. हाँ मिल जाएगा. फाफड़ा भी खा के आऊंगा. बोला ठीक है. But this letter she wrote, this was the first love letter in the entire universe. How many have written love letters? You don't need to say. You know. Love letters. If you want to read a love letter or write a love letter, you should write it like Rukmini. How did she write? So let us just read her prayers. But this is also a glorious way of finishing Bhagavatam. So let's just read her prayers. Shri Rukmani Uvacha Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shunvatamte. Oh, there's no screen. Okay. Let me. Oh, I thought there was a screen.
In the Zoom it is coming.
In the Zoom it is coming? Okay. So maybe. Yes, now you will be able to see. Shri Rukmani Uvacha Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shunvatam te nirvishya karna vivarair haratam gatapam rupam drisham drishimatam akhilarthalabham Tvai achyutam vishati chittam apatrapam me. In fact, she actually sings the right. Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shunvatante nirvishya karna vivarair harato angatapam rupam drisham drishimatam akhilartalabham tvai achyuta vishati chittam apatrapam me. So she says, Shrutva, I have only heard about you. About who? Gunan, about your gunas. Whose gunas? Krishna's. Bhuvana Sundara, that you are Bhuvana, the entire world, you are the Mr. Universe, Mr. World, Mr. Cosmic Manifestation. Shrutvan Gunan Bhuvana Sundara. These 5 words, you can give 6 days lectures. Don't worry, I will not give. Already 12 o'clock, what, 6 days? Will he get inspired? No. On time we will finish. Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara. In fact, if you break this word, Dhara means, we said yesterday, Mother Earth. Sundara, who is the one who is beautiful on Mother Earth? Of course, Rukmini. So for me, I am there. She is Mother Earth as well. She is Rukmini as well. And he says, if you add the last 4 letters of Bhuvana, what are the last 4 letters of Bhuvana? Vana. Now add Vana to that Sundara. Vana Sundara. Who is the one beautiful in the forest? Krishna. But one who is beautiful in the forest is beautiful everywhere. Now add the Bhu also. Bhuvana Sundara. Shrutva Gunan, that you are Sundara. You are on this Dhara. You are Sundara. You are Vana Sundara. You are Bhuvana Sundara. Look at the way she writes her love letter. हमको मिला तो भी हम पढ़ नहीं सकते क्या लिखा है क्या बोला है कृष्णा का कृष्णा is also expert. So Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shunvatam Te Nirvishya Karna Vivarair Haro Atam Datakam. Just by hearing about you, our entire bodily distresses go away, and your beauty is supreme, and it desires, you give visual desires for those who see, and hence Krishna, I have fixed my shameless mind upon you, because I am not married yet. In fact, all the other rituals happened with Shishupal. Engagement, बाकी क्या क्या होता है आजकल डेस्टिनेशन वेडिंग में 7 दिन 7 मैरिज होता है क्या क्या होता है henna, all that happened. All the album has these 2 couples photo, D Shishupal and B Rukmini. Album, if you see, till engagement, till henna, all of them are together. Only in the marriage, it is somebody else. It is V Krishna. Vasudeva Krishna has taken away Rukmini. So in this way, he wrote the letter and she gave it to the Brahmana. In fact, we'll read 1 or 2 more. She expresses in 7 verses very beautifully. Katva Mukunda Mahati Kula Shilarupa Vidya Vayo Dravina Dhamavir Atmatulyam Dhirapatim Kulavati Kanya Kale Nrisimhanaralo Kamano Abhiramam. She said, nobody is as equal to you in beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, and influence. There is no comparison. You are the only one. Because Krishna can ask, Mujhe hi kyun chun rahe ho? So she's writing the next line. I'm choosing you because there is nobody like you. There is no duplicate like you. And then he says, okay, if nobody is like me, why are you choosing me? But what about me? Anybody, any girl would choose you only, Krishna. So please come. Because my proper time has come, so I would like to attain you. Tanme bhavan khalu vritapatir angajayam Atmarpitascha bhavato atra vibho videhi. Pavira bhagam abhimarastu chaitya arad. Gomayu mrigapater balim ambujaksha. So this letter she wrote and gave it to the Brahmana. The Brahmana went all the way to Dwarka. And in Dwarka, Kṛṣṇa welcomed the Brahmana. And Brahmana said, "Oh, wonderful Dwarka, I saw your Dwarka, this, that, everything." Kṛṣṇa said, "Okay, sit, eat." He ate all the chapat bhog. Kṛṣṇa then massaged his leg. Brahmana is not saying he forgot he carried a letter. And this happens, sir. Sometimes the wife says, "Do this and come." And then we meet 20 other people and we talk to all of them and we forget. Okay, and the wife says, bolo kya hua? Kya hua? You remember I gave you this task. Oh, this task I forgot. So this is what the Brahmana was enjoying. So Kṛṣṇa had to remind him. Very nice. Did you have prasad? Yes. Did you have prasad? Did you have this? Yes, we had this. It's all given in Bhagavatam. Kṛṣṇa is talking to the Brahmana. How come, leaving the wonderful footsteps of Nagpur, you have come to Dwarka to eat our footsteps? Is there any reason? Kṛṣṇa. This is what Kṛṣṇa is saying in Bhagavad Gita. From me comes remembrance and forgetfulness. Kṛṣṇa only makes him remember. Arey, wo letter to do. Wo letter ke liye to itna dur aaye. He said, I got this letter. He puts his this letter I am going to read. The first word is Shrunvan, Shrutvan, Guna. Kṛṣṇa understood this love letter. He said, "Okay, you give it to me. Don't read it. This is for me, addressed to me. I will read it personally. Don't read it out." And Kṛṣṇa started reading all these poems. I have chosen you, Kṛṣṇa, because I surrender myself unto you. Please come swiftly. These, just like a lion would snatch away the prize from the jackal, this Shishupal is like a jackal. He's trying to achieve me. So please come and take me away. Purateshta datta niyama pratat deva vipra. Guru archanadimir alam bhagavan paresha. Aradito yadi gada graja etyapanim. Grihnatu me nadhama ghoshatudadoyonye. Now Kṛṣṇa might ask, what is your qualification? Now Kṛṣṇa might ask, what is your qualification? Tell me. Then she's saying, I have done all these things. I have performed all the vratas. I have worshipped you by sacrifices, charities. Let me remind you, Kṛṣṇa. So please don't make me accept the hand of Dhamagosha's son. Chedi ke Naresh Shishupal se mera var nahi bane. You come and accept me as you are. Now Kṛṣṇa heard enough. Now there was a very important prayer that she said. She said that you marry me, how you should marry me? In Rakshasas time. Generally, when marriages happen, how do they marry? They don't say ting tong, beta aaya hoga. Ma miliye bahu se. This is not the type of wedding. They put a card, they put the marriage, they tell everything and they marry each other. But Rukmini is saying, we don't have time for all this. Marry me like a Rakshasa. Just come and kidnap me. Rakshasas only kidnapped. This is called Gandharva Rakshasa Vihara. Said, just come and kidnap me. So this also she gives. Mam Rakshasena. Rakshasena to Rakshami. And also you can read it as Rakshasena. So the wordplay of Rukmini is very wonderful. Vidhi Nodvaha Virya Shulkam. So win me with your valor. But then she says a very important thing here which Kṛṣṇa forgets actually. So let's just read this one and we'll finish the prayers of Rukmini. Swabhavini tvam aditodvahane vidarbhan Gupta sametya pradhana padibhi paritha. Nirmatya chaitya magadhendra bhalam prasahaya. Rakshasena vidhinodvaha virya shulkam. She says, Krishna, tomorrow bring entire army, okay? Bring the army, bring Balram, bring other army. I have heard about Dwarka Sena is excellent. Bring, come with them, fight with these people, rescue me from these people, and marry me. Now, what did Krishna do? Krishna read the whole letter and told the Brahmana, don't worry, tomorrow I will be in Vidarbha more than her. I actually love Rukmini. And he said, actually, your Rukmini is very stone-hearted. Now, what did he say? Stone-hearted. Brahmana said, what are you talking about? I have never got a love letter. Somebody wrote a love letter to you. Krishna said, I got many, but this is very stone-hearted. He said, what do you mean, stone-hearted? He said, actually, I also wanted to write a love letter to Rukmini. Every time I take a pen, I just think about her, I can't write a word. But she composed herself like a stone and she wrote so many words. Our love, but my love is greater towards her. I will start immediately. He called his 4 horses, Shaibya, Bahulka, Sugriva, and the 4 fastest horses. Because in the night he has to start, in the morning he has to reach Nagpur. No Vande Bharat can make him reach there. So he has to immediately start, and he immediately took Daruka and he went. And Brahmana said, how will I go? He said, you also come. We have 2 seats in this chariot. Brahmana was also sitting. He said, a long way. He said, don't worry, I'll give you footsteps from Dwarka stores. And he took all the footsteps from Dwarka. Brahmana was constantly eating, which he likes. And the entire chariot reached Nagpur. And here, Shishupal was shaving. He was getting ready. And he was saying, today I will marry Rukmini. And at that time, Rukmini was going to worship Mother Parvati and praying and hoping. The makeup girls were saying, chalo, 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 der ho gaya. Time's up, please come. She said, no, wait, because she was seeing where is Krishna. And while she was coming down from the stairs of Parvati's mandir, she got the Tulasi Gandha. She got the fragrance of Tulsis. And in the distance, she saw the dust coming from the chariot. And she heard the conch of Krishna, Panchajanya. And her heart was completely elated. And before anybody could see, Krishna just came, dived from the chariot, picked her up in one hand. The Brahmana was eating nice dhokla, and he was there in the chariot. He was watching what is happening. Next minute, he saw himself on the ground eating and the chariot going with Rukmini. Krishna did a beautiful interchange. Brahmana, your stop, my stop is going ahead, no stop. Krishna just took Rukmini along with him. Everybody ran to Shishupal. Shishupal was still shaving. And said, Shishupal, Bulahya, Govinda. He said, what Govinda? Govinda. Gone. Rukmini is gone. They sent all the army. But Krishna married Rukmini in this beautiful way. So Krishna did so many wonderful pastimes with Rukmini and in Dwaraka. Now we have 12 more minutes for 12:15. We'll finish the entire Bhagavatam in that, don't worry. So we have 12 more minutes and we go back to our presentation. Okay. Yes, I hope everybody can see. Yes. So in this way, Rukmini's letter, Krishna, in due course of time, Rukmini got a son called Pradyumna. After the first day, he was kidnapped by Shambhasura. And he was dropped in a fish. The fish swallowed him. Before the digestive juices of the fish could act, the fisherman caught it open. It was Pradyumna. Pradyumna has been brought. And then Pradyumna's son was Aniruddha. And in between all of this, Krishna went to Satyajit and married Satyabhama. All these pastimes are mentioned in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. When Satyabhama married, now there is Rukmini also, Satyabhama. At that time, who came? Narad Muni came. Narad Muni came with a beautiful flower from the heavenly garden. And he said, this flower, Krishna, this comes from heaven. Krishna said, Narad, aaj kya karne aaye ho? Krishna knew Narada. He said, no. I actually came to give this flower and I request you, Krishna, you give it to the one whom you are very loving, to that wife of yours whom you love the most. Krishna smiled because he had hit the calling bell of 301 where there is written the nameplate Rukmini and Krishna. And so he went inside and Krishna said, I give it to Rukmini. Narada said, very good, let me take a selfie. And now he went to calling bell 302. Satyabhama and Krishna. He went to Satyabhama, he said, Satyabhama, do you know I have a picture I have to show you? Satyabhama said, show me Narada, what is it? Said, this picture, very beautiful. I came with a flower called Parijata and I gave this flower to Krishna and told him, give it to the most lovable person of yours. You know whom she gave? I know, I can see the picture. He gave it to Rukmini. But I thought you are the most favorite, isn't it? Satyabhama said, Narada, I do not know, I need the whole tree. I don't need the flower, I need the whole tree. He told Garuda, and by the time Aditi had lost her Kavach Kundal, and that was taken by Narakasura. And this entire Narakasura Vadh happened. And then the Parijata tree was uprooted from heaven and given to whom? Satyabhama. This whole pastime happened. Very beautiful pastime in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. That Krishna uprooted the entire tree of Parijata and he planted it where? In 302. But the beauty is, if anybody has grown Parijata tree, they will know. What is that? Where you grow the tree, there the flowers will not fall. In the next neighbor's compound, the flower will fall. Flowers fell for Rukmini. She asked for the tree. The tree is with Satyabhama. Even today, I have a Parijata flower tree back in my home. I kept it inside my balcony, but all the flowers fall outside. सारे फूल बाहर गिरते हैं. Neighbor लोग रोज वहां से फूल इकट्ठा करते हैं. मुझे एक भी नहीं मिलता. So this is a very nice pastime of Parijata tree. Then he comes in between. What happens? This Anirudh, whom I said, this Anirudh was once seen by a daughter of Banasura known as Usha. She saw in her dream this boy called Anirudh. She fell in love. She called her friend Chitralekha. She will draw nice pictures. If you just describe it to her, she will draw. So first she told, I want to see that boy. That boy was very beautiful and I want to see him. Chitralekha said, don't worry, you describe about it. So when she described, Chitralekha started drawing. First she drew Krishna. She drew Krishna. And immediately when she saw Krishna, she said, he's more beautiful than the boy I saw. But he is not the one. Because he's father-in-law now. If she loves Anirudh, he's grandfather of Anirudh. The great father-in-law. He said, not this, little lesser. Then she drew Pradyumna. He said, he is also beautiful, but little lesser beauty. Then she drew Aniruddha. She said, he is the one. Chitralekha said, don't worry. We will kidnap Aniruddha. He said, what family is this? Sometimes they kidnap Rukmini, sometimes they kidnap the whole son. He said, don't worry. Pura palam uthake, just like how overnight they came from Mathura to Dwarka. Aniruddha's cot was taken and kept in Pragjyotishpur. Pragjyotishpur is considered as Assam or even Thailand. So immediately Aniruddha found, when Aniruddha woke up, he saw Usha. Usha saw Aniruddha. Then they ran around like Bollywood songs in the garden and everything. They fell in love. But in this meantime, Banasura was told that, look, you know what your daughter is doing? He said, what happened? Your daughter is running around with this boy. Put him, house arrest. Aniruddha was put in house arrest. News came to Dwarka. He said, what happened? Aniruddha is captured. Krishna said, Why? What happened? He was running around with girls. He said he didn't do anything wrong. I also did the same. He's doing what is there in the family business. There is nothing wrong. Why somebody has to catch him? He said, no, but Banasura has caught him. He said, okay, Balaram, everybody start. And they went and they had a huge fight with Banasura. Lord Shiva was protecting him, but even Shiva could not protect Banasura. So finally, Banasura was completely defeated and they made Usha and Aniruddha meet. And at that time, Rukmini wanted to see her great daughter-in-law. Said, I want to see my great daughter-in-law. Aniruddha has selected such a beautiful daughter. And the daughter-in-law came in front of Rukmini and said, actually, Aniruddha is very beautiful, but first I saw your husband's photograph. Rukmini was like, this man has not taken his profile out of Shadi.com till now. Shadi is over, so many things are over, he has not taken it down. So she said, I have to do something for this man. So she took some white paint and put it on his mustache. You remember I said Partha Sarathi with a white mustache. He is standing in triplicate in Chennai giving you darshan along with his entire family who went to Banasur to take. That triplicate Partha Sarathi has this white mustache because Rukmini said, no more. Let people know that you are old. No more marrying business. Enough. So this beautiful white mustache you can see of Parthasarathi if you go to triplicate and take that. One of the Divya Reshams. Alvars have sung very beautiful pasurams for this. And in this way, while the time was Dwaraka was going on, Sudama came. Sudama came with his tokri of poha, chipped rice. So if you go to Onam in Kerala, they sing this in a very beautiful way. In the Onam festival, they sing this song. And they call this as Vajjipata. While you are in the boat, they sing this song to make this people row the boat. And what do they sing? They sing about Krishna and they sing about Sudama. Mundal Podinya Mukhyamaya Pustagam Nendam Gode Kashkatele Kikonda Kandalatra Yela Krishnam Mushinyulla Jirna Vastram Ange Kanda Duratila Sudhamavine O Tititara Tititai Titai Tagatai To Tititara Tititai Titai Tagatai To. So in this way, he is coming with all his Bhagavatam sets and everything. Told Dhoti, he had nothing. His wife Sushila had told him, please go and ask your friend. He was your classmate and gave this nice potli of chipped rice poha, and that was also dry. And she tore it in her sari's pallu and gave. And he was carrying with all of this to Dwaraka every time thinking about how my Dwarkadish is. How beautiful he is, how wonderful he is. And when he reached Dwaraka, Krishna saw him from his top tier balcony. And Krishna started running to meet Sudama. The Sudama met the gatekeeper and the gatekeeper said, stop, who are you? He said, Dwarkadish. He said, nobody can meet Dwarkadish. He said, my classmate, same alumni batch. He said, which university? Sardipani University. So he said, okay, you are classmate of Krishna. Then the gatekeeper was running. It is said in some of the literature that while the gatekeeper was running, he felt as if a lion just passed by him. Who was that? Krishna was running. Before the gatekeeper could give the voice, Krishna came running to meet his friend and he hugged Sudama and said, Sudama, you have come here. So nice to meet you. Made him sit on the throne, washed his feet, gave him all the alankaras. And he said, Bhabi ne kuch bheja hoga mere liye. And he saw that there was poha. He took the one chipped rice of poha, started eating it. The second muthi of poha, started eating it. Third, Rukmini said, kuch mere ko bhi de do. Give me little. Itna kafi hai uske liye. What was happening in Sudama's house? Sudama's house, Sushila was grinding chutney. How? Not with mixie blender, with the old style. Suddenly when one chip poha went in, all the food processors came in the house. Suddenly the paintings became beautiful. Her saris became opulent. The buildings became sevenfold. And Sudama forgot to ask what he came for. He went back. And he came and he saw his hut was not there. There was a beautiful woman with a very nice sari. He said, Mataji, there was a hut here. He said, what are you calling me, Mataji? I am your wife. You are my wife. Yeah, this is me. Look, I got a sari, this, that. Because you went to Kṛṣṇa, all these happened. Sudama said, oh Kṛṣṇa, please always engage me in your worship. I don't want. And in the final pastimes, we see Santana Gopal's pastime, how Kṛṣṇa retrieved the sons of the Brahmana. And he went all the way to Vaikuntha with Arjuna to retrieve these sons of the Brahmana, because the sons of the Brahmana, Arjuna said, I will protect their sons. But every time he tried to protect, the sons were vanishing. So Arjuna said, if I can't protect, I will jump into fire. But this time what happened? The son was born. Before he could hear the voice, the son vanished from Brahmana's house. So Arjuna was about to jump into the fire. Kṛṣṇa came in between and said, I will help you. Let us go back and get these sons. They went up to Vaikuntha. When they went to Vaikuntha, the Lord saw Kṛṣṇa and started to get up. Kṛṣṇa said, don't get up. He showed with his eyes. So the Lord half got up, half sat down and gave darshan. And he said, I actually took all these Brahmanas because I wanted to see you, Arjuna and Kṛṣṇa. So this Lord's deity is there in Tripunitara. If somebody goes to Kerala, they can see the same Lord. He is called as Purnatrayishan. And you see the deity out here. This is how he gives darshan. Half getting up, half sitting down. A very beautiful temple. Why I'm saying this is, if you make your trip to Kerala, apart from backwater, please go back and take some water and offer it to Purnatrayishan. So in this way, all the pastimes of 10th canto comes to an end. So quick reference. Canto number 1, we saw Bhishma and Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa loses to his devotees. Bhishma is ready. Canto number 2, we saw how Brahma was instructed, and we saw how Kṛṣṇa instructs this knowledge to Brahma. Canto number 3, Varaha's pastime. If you remember, we learned how the gatekeepers were punished by Sanat Kumaras. This shows how the Lord takes the blame even of devotees. He said, it is my fault. Let me take the blame and I will come and deliver them. Canto 4, Dhruva. He touched the Panchajanya on the head of Dhruva and he started to chant all the prayers. This means that the Lord only makes us pray towards him. Canto 5, Jada-bharata's pastime. We saw that the Lord never leaves us even if we forget him for one lifetime. He always makes us remember. Canto 6, the power of holy name. Ajamila just said Narayana at the end and he got the complete benefit. Canto 7, Prahlad and Nrsimhadev to protect one devotee, na sthambe sabhayam na mrigam na manusham. He came as Lord Nrsimhadev and he protected. Canto 8, Bali and Vamana, Atma Nivedanam. The Lord is ready to even beg for his devotees. Canto 9, Ambarisha's pastime. The Lord's paraphernalia, Sudarshan Chakra, is always there to protect the devotees. Canto 10, stealing of the butter, and Krishna's Balya pastimes, that he also wants to steal the butter in our heart, which is bhakti, and the love of the gopis. Canto 11 and 12, which I am going to speak only in 2 lines. We have Uddhav Gita, where he speaks Uddhav Gita, and he also gives the padukas to Uddhava and says the Lord also blesses by giving his padukas. And canto number 12, there is story of Markandeya, how he was swimming through the Pralaya ocean and how Kṛṣṇa gives him darshan. So these 2 are extra pastimes which are there. Now Shukdev Goswami has narrated the entire Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, and Parikshit Maharaj is now ready. Time is up. Our time is also up. 7 days have passed. Now the time is arrived. Parikshit Maharaj says, it is time for me now to leave this body. He sits in meditation and he thinks about the glories of the Lord. And it is mentioned that his soul rises from the top and he is achieving liberation. Now only the body is left. At that time, as he was cursed, the snake called as Takshak appears there and bites the already lifeless body, because he has already attained liberation just by hearing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Bhāgavatam ends by glorifying that the whole Bhāgavatam is only to glorify none other than Kṛṣṇa. and his pure, wonderful names, the holy names of Krishna. The last shloka of Bhagavatam says, please repeat after me. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Samana Tam Namami Harim Param. Please repeat the meaning after me. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Hari, the congregational chanting of whose holy names destroys all sinful reactions, and the offering of obeisances unto whom relieves all material suffering. So we will sing the holy name at the end, and then what we will also do is we'll take the question answers a little later. What we will also do is after we sing this prayer, we'll have the Giriraj come right in the middle, and just like how Krishna did the Govardhan Parikram, the women and children will do it first as the Kirtan will go on. Vaishnavi will sing the Kirtan of Vrindavan. And as we sing the Kirtan and do the Parikram, the Prabhus will also do the Parikram. Prabhu, is that okay?
Yes.
So, so we'll sing first this song on the holy name, and then Giriraj will come in the middle so that they can do the Parikram.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that okay?
There is Aarti as well when you want to.
Now we can do the Aarti.
Can do Aarti.
Yes. Okay.
So can I request everyone to stand for the Aarti, and someone can help to hold the carpet so that when we each hit Giriraj, you can take Parikram.
Prabhu, the last two verses, can they stand up and take part?
Now they can.
Now they can. You can all sit down. You can just stretch yourself a little bit. You've been sitting for 1.5 hours. You can just stretch the last two verses. We can all stand up. Please sit down. Please take your seat. Yes. Stretch yourself, stretch, stretch. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So we'll sing this song. This is about Hare Namaiva Kevalam. Madhuram Madhure Bhyopi Mangale Bhyopi Mangalam.
Madhuram Madhure Bhyopi
Pavanam Pavane Bhyopi Hare Ramaiva Kevalam. Abrahma Stambha Paryantam Sarvam Maya Mayam Jana.
Abrahma Stambha Paryantam Sarvam Maya. Satyam Satyam Purāṇa Satyam Haridās
Satyam Satyam Purāṇa Satyam Harinamaiva Kevalam. Samata Bhagavo Kṛṣṇa. Asmartum Hare Namaiva Kevalam. Shikshate sada smartam Harinamaiva kevalam Vishvase nahi vishvasa Kadadu lovalisati Kīrtaniya mato galyam Harinamaiva kevalam Yatra Bhāgavata Gayatri Bhakti Bhavena Harinamaiva kevalam Avadukham mahadukham Dukkha dukkataram jarata Kachatam vismritam ratna Harinamaiva kevalam Satram vinasmatam viratnam Harinamaiva kevalam Diyatam karno Diyatam vacha Diyatam patito Diyatam Giyatam nityam Harinamaiva kevalam Rajatve sapalo pari Chidanandamayam Vishwam Harinamaiva kevalam Andale yoginam Avanam pavane yogi Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Rama Rama Hari Jai Jai. Govinda Jai Jai, Rama Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Govinda 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 Govinda, Gopala 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 Gopala, Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Gaurari Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Gaurari Nitai Gauranga Jaya Gaura Gaura Gaurari Gaura 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 Haridās, Nitai Gaura, Haridās, Nitai Gaura, Haridās, Haridās. Shri Viraj Dharan Gvansi Wale Ki, Giriraj Govardhan Lal Ki, Braj Bhuj Vrindavan Dham Ki. So please do 4 times. 7 times parikrama for all the days and also for 7 times. Also please, this is also the Pitru Paksha time and also a wonderful time for all of you to give this benefit to all your family members. So please think of them, please think of Gurujanas, please think of your forefathers, please think of devotees and ensure that you are doing the parikrama. And please sing along, the lyrics are there, Vaishnavi will sing.
Hridaya kamal so pragato
Hridaya kamal so pragato
Hridaya kamal so pragato
Hridaya kamal so pragato
Hridaya ko bhare Govinda
Govinda सब सुख सागर रूप उजागर राह वृंदावन दाम सब सुख सागर रूप उजागर राह वृंदावन धाम रूप गोस्वामी प्रकट कियो जहाँ रूप गोस्वामी प्रकट कियो जहाँ
निधान वृंदावन प्रभो वृंदावन ओ
विहरत निसलिन कुंज गलिन में ब्रज जन मन सुखधाम निसलिन कुंज गलिन में ब्रज जन मन सुखधाम मदन मोहन को रूप निरख के मदन मोहन को रूप निरख के सनातन बलि बलि जय गोपिकाल सब हिय उर्धारी गोपिकाल सब हिय उर्धारे प्यारो गोपीनाथ
गोपिकाल सब हिय उर्धारे प्यारो
गोपीकाल सब हिय उर्धारे प्यारो गोपीनाथ मधुसूदन जिन कंठ लगायो मधुसूदन जिन कंठ लगायो कहे नहीं गोपाल भट्ट श्री हृदय वेदना प्रकट्य शालिग्राम गोपाल भट्ट श्री हृदय वेदना प्रकट्य शालिग्राम रूप सुधा को खान हमारो रूप सुधा को खान हमारो रूप सुधा को खान हमारो श्री राधा रमण जुधा आकुल है हरि पंच कुमारो श्री राधा राधा जय श्री राधे अगन कुंज यमुना तट आयो अगन कुंज यमुना तट आयो राधे 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 राम श्याम राम श्याम राम श्याम राम श्याम राम श्याम राम श्याम राधे 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे हरे Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Nitai, Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki, Bhāgavad Saptāh Mahotsava Ki, Prasadam Giriraj Parikrama Ki, Hare Namaiva Kevalam Ki, Harinam Mahamantra Ki, Grantharaj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Ki, Nitai Gaur 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 Premanande. So we request everyone to take a seat. There are some very important announcements after you have done the parikram. Mangalam Kausalendraya Magniya Gunaptane Chakravarti Tanajaya Sarvabhumaya Mangalam Śrīmate Raghuviraya Sedullati Sindhave Jitaraksha Rajaya Ranadhiraya Mangalam Asadhyam Navrem Divyam Abhishaktaya Sithaya Rajhadi Rajaramabhadam Mangalam Kṛṣṇa-kathā Tam Sajjara Kesari Kaleti Jalakolala Kolahala Kutavali. So we request everyone to take their seat. First of all, congratulations for sitting and hearing all the 7 days of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Hare Krishna. Devotees, please take a seat. I know you have sat for 7 days, but just 5 more minutes. There are important announcements. Please take a seat.
1, 2, 3. Last one.
So first and foremost, on behalf of ISKCON Damodar Desh, first and foremost I would like to pay my humble obeisances to His Grace Sri Vallabh Prabhu, Sita Chandra Mataji, and all the Yatra leaders who have given this wonderful setup of ISKCON Damodar Desh, where we are able to practice, nourish and grow ourselves in Krishna consciousness. Next, I would like to pay obeisances to His Grace Shyam Brajapati Prabhu and Anupama Mataji, Brajgopi Mataji, for opening up their doors. Sound is very low. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. This is the maximum we can do. Hare Krishna. So, in this way, I would like to pay my obeisances to His Grace Shyam Brajapati Prabhu and Mataji for opening up their doors and allowing us to hear uninterrupted 7 days of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Very, very grateful to them. As Shukdev Goswami says, abundant amount of mercy falls upon the devotee who organizes, who opens their house, and who allows devotees to come in. And in the day zero itself, I mentioned that where even a quarter shloka of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is spoken, it is none other than a Punya Tirtha. And they made it a Punya Tirtha by 7 days of Bhagavatam. It was already a Punya Tirtha, but they arranged such a beautiful diorama overnight. And this is really beautiful. I was speaking about how Krishna overnight transformed from Mathura to Dwarka. They made Mehta to Vrindavan. So all glories to them. It was wonderful diamonds. And they made it possible. Then all glories to the Kṛṣṇas of each and every day, including today as well. It is so wonderful that you all came forward and the Kṛṣṇas increased as the Bhagavatam was progressing. This itself means that people are enthusiastic to come forward for this yajna. So I'm very, very grateful. At the end, I am very, very grateful to my parents and my elder brother. My parents for giving me this body with their blessings. Every day, one of the YouTube link goes to them and they lying down in their bed, they are hearing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and they call me and said, these places you told wrong. This is what correct it is. And I feel totally blessed that parents are hearing and correcting me. They are Vaishnavas and hence I feel very indebted towards them. I'm indebted towards all the Gurujanas, all the commentaries, and all those people who have painstakingly taken and taught me these wonderful epithets of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, starting from Prabhupada to all Gurujanas. None of this would be possible without the blessings of my Guru, His Holiness Indra Swami Maharaj. I pay my respectful obeisances unto him. And whatever good you found in these lectures, where all glories goes to him and Srila Prabhupada, and whatever faults you found, that is truly mine. At the end, I would like to say thank you very, very much for each and every one of you. Without audience, there is no speaker. Without Parikshit Maharaj, there was no Sukadeva Goswami. So when the audience have come, then the speaker has to speak. So all glories unto you. You are now all heard Śrīmad Bhāgavatam for 7 days. Let such supreme consciousness about Krishna reign throughout the year, throughout the days. Mangalam, Mangalam, Mangalam. Thank you very, very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
प्रभु के प्रभुपाद की.
It becomes very incomplete if I don't thank my wife.
Yeah, I was about to tell that. Without energetic,
There is no use.
no use.
So providing prasadam.
Vaishnavi Haripriya Devidasi. So we all need to do Vaishnava Pranam for her because she is the one ensuring that Prabhu
Sleeps on time.
time, prepares and comes.
Yes. Without her, the support would have been impossible. She sometimes takes the wheel also and drives me. She says, you sleep, I will drive. So please keep us in your blessings and please bless us abundantly so that we don't want anything. We both would like to keep serving devotees like this by simply speaking Kṛṣṇa-kathā, singing and giving Krishna to all of you. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
We get 5 more minutes. First, we need to recognize all that have passed, and then I'm going to call few of us to come and glorify. Their realization is glorification for Śrīmad Bhāgavatam for 7 days, and we are very thankful that whoever came with the first day, they stayed full 7 days with couples, families, and also that's the power of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And I would like to, I will call upon few names, and then after, if anyone else have to come and glorify, please, you are welcome. but just take a minute or so that you don't take much time. First, I would like to thank the inspiration has come from Anjali Sharma and their family. The moment the inspiration came, we were planning to do it in her house. She says, okay, why don't we do it here so that we have more devotees coming and we have big enough space for more devotees come and hear Bhagavatam. So that's how it came to this house. And the second day, Kṛṣṇa, Manish Sharma and Mamtam Sharma, their family, and the third Bangari family, Bhim Shankar Bangari, Swapna Mataji, and their two children. And fourth is the energy. So we say energy. I keep on referring the energy. Ranga family, Hemant Ranga, and along with them, there are Khanna family, Anirudh and Rekha, and then Dylan family. We have
Lal, Mr. Lal.
yeah. And then Lal family, Prabhu's now was not there, but still Mataji, she managed to take care of children and do full support to this program. Uma Mataji, she is sitting there. And Jaswani family, that's how Mataji coming today. Then we have Agarwal family, Manoj and Ruchika, and Rupani family. There is Kesh Prabhu and Vidhi are there. And then we have Mahajan family, Shiva Mataji is here representing the whole family. Then we have other family, Mohan Das Prabhu and Roja Mataji, and son is here. And today we have the day by day when we started, I thought only the Prasadam items were increasing, but Kṛṣṇas were also increasing. Today we had household 4 Kṛṣṇas, 4 families were here. The Tangwani family, yeah. And Monika and Dhanush Golapalli. We had 2 families, and we had Lakshmi and Renu, their family, and we also had Kamini and Prabhu. Yeah, their family. So today we have 4 Kṛṣṇas, and first of all, we thank all the Kṛṣṇas for putting the program.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to call a few names to come and glorify. First, I'm going to call Manish Sharma, just a minute, to come and just share your realization as a glorification.
Video.
1 minute each.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji for organizing, and thank you everyone. I think you opened, actually I felt so good. I never felt so good in so many years. You took me to Vrindavan, Mathura and so many different nice places. Also I could connect with what I saw in my childhood. You know, people from Vrindavan used to come, and I grew up in a village. So we used to have this kind of, ayojan. So this really, I went into my childhood. It was so nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I request Deepesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees. So for me, this was the first time I attended like full 7 days of Bhagavatam. I could attend, I should say.
Jai. Hare
So last week, because of my work, I had to go to Scotland and Bhagavatam was starting. So I was feeling inside me like I will be missing something very important. And then like Prabhuji mentioned today how Krishna transported everyone from Mathura to Dwarka. Krishna transported me from Scotland to Dubai. Right on time. I think to the airport, from airport I came to home and straight away from home I was here in no time. And it was like a wonderful journey. And I would really like to continue knowing more, learning more about Bhagavatam. And with Prabhuji's presentation, it has been a really blessing for all of us. May Krishna bless him and his family as well. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu and Mataji for your house and organizing this wonderful Bhagavata. For us, I think it's home away from home. Just walk in, the door is always open. So thank you so much. And Haridās Varya Prabhu, very rarely I have seen anything like this. Thank you so much. The presentation was amazing. The slides. And for us, me and Soumya could not come today, but for our kids who are stuck on mobiles and iPads and TVs, for the first time I'm seeing them sitting and listening to In fact, my daughter said that she found it very easy to understand such complex Bhagavatam. So thank you for making it so easy for all of us. And sitting in Dubai, I could not imagine we could have something like this. Thank you so much.
We are only tuned to Shravanam, not so much to Asanan. So, biggest takeaway that we had is, as Prabhuji also mentioned, I recollect that verse because it's my date of birth of my parents. I think it's 1.13.10. PP Bhagavati Kīrtans. We missed several occasions to go for the yatra. But coming here is more, it's being in the farm. So thank you to Satish Prabhu, that has been Haridās Varya Prabhu and Mrs. Varya. Actually, the point of Shravanam, we only come to enjoy only in the rasana of other bhaktas. So you can read on your own, you can read the scriptures, but you will never get this experience of listening with bhaktas. So I hope we get more such chances. And unfortunately, I couldn't attend all the sessions. Day 1 I was there, day 7 I'm here. Other sessions were online, so easy. So, but anyway, I thank Satish for the last version I had to sit next to him. So I was asking him how he has energy. So it was something unusually. The whole week we were working and I was longing to sleep. So I came very brightly that day. So morning I was here and after lunch, I was trying to finish lunch fast and go home. But Prabhuji also ate faster than me. I asked him, any other work. Then he was running to the other seva and I think present school. So I was seeing how he has his energy to manage both work and spirituality. So that's a blessing that each one of us should pray for, balancing both work and spirituality. Hemant Prabhu. No detail, no.
I would like to thank to Satish Prabhu and Mataji for this opportunity. And this is the first time I am attending Bhagavata. And the presentation and the 7 days Prabhu you presented was amazing. It has enlightened us and it was a great learning. I would like to thank my wife because of her we all are here and it is the first time I am attending and it's my family we are all. So would like to narrate the example that I learned somewhere that, you know, if you have a beautiful wife, it is really good, but it's not great. But if you have a wife which is intelligent, then it is always good, beautiful and intelligent wife. But the greatest wife is the wife who takes you towards the mark of bhakti. So, they all
Please ensure we get 2 sweets today. At least so many sweet words, you don't come every day. Prabhu, may you attend Bhagavatam every day.
I would like to thank Father Mataji and Sati Prabhu and request everyone to send Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.